Thank you, friends. Let's start this wonderful Sunday with a beautiful quote. Then I will say something on the quote. Quote says, one man cannot do right in one department of life while he is occupied doing wrong in any other department. Life is one indivisible whole, said by Mahatma Gandhi. It's very simple, that if we want to live a life which is whole, which is complete, we must do right in all departments of life. We can't do right in only one department of life or many departments of life, but still there are certain departments where we may do wrong. One may be doing his ritualistic prayers very honestly, very sincerely. He may be taking care of his family very well, but somewhere he may be doing which his inner conscious does not allow him to do. But problem is, nobody in this world will ever know. But if we need to lead a life which is indivisibly whole, every thought and every action of ours must be complete, must be truthful, must be whole. Only then we can lead a life which is completely truthful. Somewhere in the growing up, we might have learned it's okay, sometimes you do wrong, it's okay. You can commit sins, sometimes it is okay. But then there is a solution given. Yes, you can go and regret in the temple, go and pray, give some donation. It'll be all washed. I'm asking my friends, can my wrong be washed just like that? By being ritualistically involved and go on giving the charitable gifts and the dakshinas to the temple? Can my dakshinas to the temple wash my wrong and sins? I'm asking my friends.
Not, sir.
Yes. I strongly believe that when my dress goes dirty, when my undergarments, my pant and shirt goes dirty, what do?
Wash.
I put it in a laundry. Do we believe that God is also running a laundry? That all my dirty linens, which are not seen by the world, we strongly believe that all my dirty linens means all my dirty sins and all my wrong, which I keep doing knowingly and unknowingly. Unknowingly you do, it's okay. You can still do some working on that. But if you knowingly do something wrong, and then if you see that I can put it in a laundry by going to a temple, I think we are on the path of ignorance. We don't know what we are doing. But we certainly believe it can happen. We have so much of faith that I can do wrong and go to the temple and put a namam and put some money and sometimes I can do whatever rituals are suggested, then we do believe, knowingly, unknowingly, we do believe that all my wrong will be washed. I will leave it at that. I don't want to say anything more than that, but I want my friends to think over it. Does God run a laundry? My understanding, no. God does not run a laundry. If I have done anything wrong in my life, I must pay the price. That's the only way it will be washed. If I do anything wrong, I have to not repent. Repenting is a very wrong word. You must become totally aware that this is not going to take me closer to my God. For me to move towards God, whatever wrong I have done, I may have to go through that price. I must happily, willingly go forward. But I must understand that if I want to lead a life which will help me walk towards my Krishna, towards my God, towards your God, or whatever you have in your mind, the only way is all departments of my life, I must live in a truthful manner. There is no price in this world for me to hold the feet of my Krishna. We believe corruption is okay. Yeah, we have been told like that. You can throw some money and get whatever work you've done. We feel it is okay, it's a way of life. We can cheat few people, it is okay. The whole world is like that. You got to be over smart. So we have to wash that kind of a mentality and thought structure and then believe in what the code says. One man cannot do right in one department of life while he is occupied doing wrong in any other department. Life is one indivisible whole. We must believe that life is an indivisible whole. There should not be any conflicts in life. That's what it's trying about. Next, I want to say a few things on a beautiful subject which is related to this. It's called self-deception. Self-deception. It means deceiving your own self. It's called self-deception. Let me explain you in a very simple manner. Then once you understand, nobody has to tell you where you stand as far as self-deception is concerned. See what happens whenever we are in the process of doing any activity. I'm going slow so that you understand it beautifully. Whenever we are doing any activity, there are three stages of that activity. One is before you start taking that activity. Second, during the duration while the activity is going on. And third, once the activity is finished, that's the third stage. Is it clear? The three stages. One is before I act. Before I do any action, that is the first stage. Second stage is while I'm acting, that is second stage. Third stage is once the action is over. Three stages, we got to be very carefully watching. Before I do an action or an act, how do I feel is very important. We should not underestimate our feelings. Our mind can take you for a ride, but your internal feelings will always speak to you the truth. You can fool the world with your mind, but your feelings cannot fool you. You must feel your feeling before you are doing any action. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes. And you must also feel the feelings while you're doing the action. And third, you must also feel the feelings when action is over. Is it clear?
Clear.
You should feel the feelings. Don't think very intelligent. We are too cunningly intelligent. Your body will not tell a lie to you. Your body will always speak the truth to you. Your feelings are so powerful and important. Don't ignore your feelings in the guise of, I am super intelligent, I can fool. No, you can fool the world, but you cannot fool your feelings. So these three stages, you must feel. First stage, before the action is happening. Second, while the actions are happening. Third, once the actions are over. No, you must watch, are my feelings good? Are my feelings healthy? Are my feelings truthful? Are my feelings giving me good, beautiful feel before I'm starting my act? Am I feeling the same feelings of joy, bliss, happiness, truthfulness when my action is happening? And the same feeling should happen after the action is over. If your feelings are same in all the three areas, what I explained you, it means you are safe. It means if I'm very positive and truthful before I'm taking an act, I'm beautiful, positive, and truthful while doing action, and after the action is over, I must feel the same feelings. You must watch yourself. Unless the man is spiritually dead, unless the person is spiritually and intelligently dead, he may feel good before he starts an action. He may feel very good while the action is happening. He may also feel very good while action is over. But his manasakshi within himself have been always telling during the action, you are not truthful and right. You have done something wrong. When you have done something wrong, your feelings and your manasakshi will tell you very clearly, without any doubt, it will tell you what you have done is not right. And once it is done, however clever you may be, you will not feel good after the action is over. However intelligent you may be, however smart you may be in this world, but if you have done something wrong, you can never feel good and peaceful after the action is over. Am I right?
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Oh, yes. But then what do? It's okay. That's how the world is running. That's how everything is happening. But in the whole process, I'm talking to you with my own life experiences. You cannot feel good and peaceful if your action is not right, if your action is not truthful, and if your action is not approved by your manasakshi, your consciousness. But then we have been told it's okay. Nobody can ever touch your manasakshi except you. But what have I done? Haven't I only fooled myself in the whole process? I may feel good while doing the action. I may also feel good well before I go for an action. But if my action is not approved by my conscience, my pure conscience, we spoke about one poem, the guy in the glass.
It's okay.
The guy in the glass. Yes. So let's be very clear about 3 stages of our action, and let's be a witness to whether I'm in a mode of self-deception. You can fool the whole world, but you cannot fool yourself. So I wanted to say a few things on this. To make the communication a bit lighter, let me tell you a beautiful story of Mullah Nasruddin. Have you heard the name?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mullah.
Mullah Nasruddin.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm going to tell you the story of Mullah Nasruddin, which has some relevance to self-deception and how we fool ourselves. Once Mullah Nasruddin was sitting with his wife in a boat and going in a deep sea. He was a very romantic mood, holding his hand, holding the hand of his wife, absolutely in bliss, enjoying that beautiful moment with his wife. In a boat, it was only he and his wife, absolutely enjoying the deep seas, beautiful waves, beautiful life, beautiful romance. And suddenly the storm came, and then his boat started shaking. He immediately went for the prayer. Oh my God, my Allah, what is this? After such a long time, I'm experiencing such a beautiful time with my wife. My life is so beautiful. And then why are you bringing this storm into my life? Let me enjoy my life. Tell me whatever you wish, I will give it to you, but make the storm settle down. If you want, I will donate my palace to you. Mullah said. And the moment Mullah said that, the storm became silent. Then Mullah started scratching his head. Oh my God, why I was in such a hurry? The storm would have anyway settled. Why did I tell God that I will donate my palace? The moment that thought was happening within himself, storm again came. Mullah again started scratching his head. Oh my God, no, sorry, I was only thinking. I was not doubting you. I will certainly donate my palace to you, don't worry. So the storm became settled again. Mullah said, no, I better not fool with the God. But then Mullah is Mullah, no. He has to be what he is. So Mullah goes back and then goes back to his place, and then next Sunday he announces he has a palace and he has one cat. I want to sell both. My cat is 1 million dinars and my palace is 1 dinar. Whoever has to buy my palace, he must buy my cat also. So people knew Mullah is always like that. Mullah is always a very playful kind of a person. He will play his pranks. People knew that this palace can't be 1 dinar. Palace must be much expensive. He's playing some game, we don't know. But then people agreed, somebody agreed and came and paid him 1 million dinar for his cat and 1 dinar for his palace. And Mullah happily went to the mosque and dropped 1 dinar in the cash box of the mosque. Okay, this is how we play the games. Mullah's story is very like that. So Mullah gave a promise, I will sell my palace and give you the donation. So Mullah did it. Okay, so he didn't say, I will sell my cat and give you money for that also. So this is self-deception. Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So from here, we will move to the subject which we have been discussing for a long time. It will still take a few more sessions, many sessions, because I'm going very slow. Last 2 weeks back, we were talking about who am I? We
Yes,
said to know God, which is unknown to us. The right way of knowing the unknown is through a known. Remember?
Yes, sir.
So first we did some exercise on trying to know the world. We spoke about the 4 kinds of the worlds. We spoke about 4 kinds of human beings. We spoke about what makes these 4 kinds of human beings. It is their mental equilibrium. We spoke about the restless equilibrium. We spoke about the imperfect equilibrium. We also spoke about the perfect equilibrium. And we said our aim in life we must be that we want to be a true human beings. We don't want to be vegetable human beings. We don't want to be animal human beings. We don't want to be mineral human beings, but we must aim to become a true human beings. And then the 3 equilibriums, we understood that the most beautiful state should be where I invariably come to a stage where my equilibrium is a perfect equilibrium. That whatever happens to me in the internal world and in the external world, is it possible that I can retain my peace of mind? Can I retain my perfect equilibrium? I think this could be a wonderful feeling, no?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, there's nobody who will say, no, I'm okay. With the stress and tension and worries and anxieties of life, nobody is okay with that. Everybody wants to experience the tremendous sense of celebration, joy, happiness, peace, good health, and state of good peace of mind. Nobody can deny that. So we thought we will move towards that. And then we said then we spoke about the introspection in the bed. I don't know how many of you are doing introspection in the bed. It's a wonderful exercise. Introspection in the bed is very important. We must always be a witness to how I think, what I think, how I feel, so that you can correct that little attitudes of our life. So we spoke about introspection in the bed. And then we also spoke about to know the unknown. Let's take another route of knowing ourselves. I must make a sincere attempt to know myself. This is what Maharishi always used to say, Naniyar, who am I? Then we spoke something about on who am I. Then we took I made the Rama, I think today she's not here with me. We said, I am not Rama, my name is Rama. I am not my mind, because in my deep sleep, my mind is not there, but I'm still there. It means I'm not my name, I'm not my mind, and also I'm not my intelligence, because in my deep sleep, all these things are missing, but I'm still there. So idea is to know what is that which is beyond my body, which is beyond my mind, which is beyond my intelligence. So idea is to experience that. And last satsang 2 weeks back, I also requested you guys that whichever way, find some 20 minutes minimum to sit in a silence. Watch your mind. Because if I'm not the mind, then I must be something which is no mind. But we have not experienced that state of no mind. And we also came to understand, as long as we say, I'm identified with the wrong me. If I identify that I am the body, I face so many problems. If I identify myself as a mind, all the problems which are created in this world are only by my mind. I always used to tell people, the state of your being cannot be transformed by the same state of your mind which has brought you into this particular condition and situation. We have to transform the mind. We have to go beyond the mind, because the troubles and the problems which are being created by the mind of the present state cannot be solved by the same mind. To go to that stage, the meditation becomes absolutely must and very important. It took me almost 25 years to come to understanding why the meditation was so important. It's good, I'm lucky that my master Uparesh came into my life and says, nothing doing, minimum 20 minutes, you must sit down. No, it's a different story altogether. Okay. And today we will talk about something which is very important, which will help us to move towards our unknown. Somewhere I think I told you that if you have to operate a stereo system, which you have bought a new one, you must go through the manual to understand how it is being operated. And look at the human body. The most complex creation by the Creator is a human body. No, science even today is not able to understand the human brain. Forget about how the human body functions. It is such a deep science. Doctors and scientists are still not able to reach the limit of understanding the human body and human mind and human brain. Such a complex instrument, how do I operate? Our ancestors thought of it. And our ancestors wrote a few scriptures, wrote few books. Yeah, those days it was only oral. And then problem is most of these scriptures, our parents have not asked us to read. Even they might not have read them. So the scriptures are our manual. By reading the scriptures, we will understand how this beautiful body, mind, and intellect can be handled to experience the totality. The word religion came into picture. Maybe 10,000 years ago or 20,000 years ago, there was no need for the religion, because people's religion was the way of life. Somewhere, the concept of religion came into picture. The religion word itself is religere. Religere. Re means again, ligere means origin. Something which unites you to the origin of you is called religion. Most of these religions are written in the languages, either in Arabic or in Hebrew or in Sanskrit or in Mandarin or different languages. But let me be very frank that I don't know my language in which my scriptures were written. I don't know Sanskrit. Okay, no, there are people who have translated them and then brought them into the world. But then I take the advantage of the language which I understand. I pick up all the beautiful books of my scriptures translated in English and go through them. I'm introducing two books to you, my friends, which are the base of our scriptures. Our scriptures were Vedas, 4 Vedas, and which I don't know whether my parents or whether my grandparents read them. After the Vedas came the Upanishads. After the Upanishads came all the beautiful stories which we read of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all those kind of things. All Puranas, because Vedas was not very easy to understand. And I'm introducing, you can note down, I'm introducing one book called the Holy Vedas. Holy Vedas. They are written in English. This is one of the very beautiful, small, concise book on Vedas. You can read the name. I will read the name of the author. Author is Pandit Satyakam Vidyalanka. Pandit Satyakam Vidyalanka. Beautiful book. I suggest you can pick up this book, read this book, and understand how beautifully thoughts were put for us to know how to live this life. The another book which I'm introducing to you is written by an American. It's called American Veda. See, I will tell you, if these books were not translated in English, many people would have lost the beautiful stuff which our ancestors and rishis wrote for us. The whole of the America, whole of the European countries, and whole of the Germany believe in these books. And if you read these beautiful Vedas, you will understand how these scientists got the ideas of the scientific research. These books are so powerful. Religion, religere, something which helps you unite with your origin is your religion. I have read a bit of Quran. I have read a bit of Bible. And whatever I have understood, that they're beautiful books. I understand that every religion, the fundamental principle was God is one. That we must unite with the God. God is one. Bible beautifully says, Jesus said, I am the truth. I am the way. In Bible, Jesus says, I am the truth. I am the way. Absolutely beautiful. Means he's not talking about himself. He's talking about Nirakar. He's talking about the God. He never said, I am God. He only said, I am Son of God. Jesus did not start Christianity. He said, I am Son of God. And God says, I am the truth, I am the way. It means if I must reach God, I must understand God is the only truth and God is the only way to reach God. It means truthfulness. But then these priests and these mullahs and these pandits can be very, very intelligent and cunning. They wanted to run their own shop. They add a small word in between. And I will add that word and tell you what that word is. And then tell me what does it mean now. Jesus said, I am the truth. I am the way. Priest added one word which says, I am the only truth. I am the only way. He added the word only. Finished, finished, absolutely over. The most celebrating, most beautiful one simple sentence given to the humanity got lost. So it gave us a conceit called religious conceit, that mine is right, yours is the wrong. It's never like that. Every religion started a beautiful path to help humanity reach God. Every religion wants us to experience and reach God. But then, these businessmen, we call them religious businessmen. They had to run their shop. So they had to tell you, yours is the best, mine is the best. Rest all are useless. The same way, in Islam, I read whatever I read. It talks about brotherhood. It talks about oneness. It talks about compassion. It talks about equality. Hey, if you look at when people are going to the Friday prayers, no matter whether you're small or big, all have to stand in one line. You all have to go down at the same time. Just because you are a king, you may not be given a special treatment. The sense of equality was taught by Islam. There is a one word in Islam called kafir, K-A-F-I-R, kafir. The meaning of kafir in Islamic books is the one person who does not have a faith in Allah. For them, Allah is God. It's a name. The way I have a Krishna or a Rama, they call it Allah. It's absolutely beautiful, fine. Absolutely right. The word of kafir is, the meaning of kafir, K-A-F-I-R, kafir in Arabic means, or Urdu means, the one person who does not have a faith in Allah. Absolutely fine. Nothing wrong. If I don't have a faith in Krishna, I'm also a kafir. If I don't have a faith in my God, I'm a kafir. Absolutely fine. Understandable, very truthful. But then again, one word was replaced and everything is finished. These mullahs and the shopkeepers of the beautiful religion, which I have read, it's so beautiful. It said, kafir is that person who does not believe in Islam. It was never the word Islam. No, they say everybody who does not believe in Islam is a kafir. The whole beauty of the religion is lost. If by going by how much faith and how much belief I have in my God, I remember when I was in 4th class, my brother is sitting in front of me, Vinay. My parents had put a tuition for us in a place called Pakidaki. I think I was in 4th or 5th, I don't remember. My brother must have been, I think, 2 years younger to me. Our teacher used to come, and I remember as a child very clearly, there was a small book where they were talking about different gods. I get goosebumps because I'm so intimately affected by that reading, and my thought structure at that time. So my teacher was talking about there is Guru Nanak, there is Allah, there is Yeshu, there is Rama, there is Krishna. He was talking about a Bhakti Andolan, they were talking about different religions. No, that's 4-year-old child was totally believing that Allah is my God. 4-year-old child. And Yeshu is also my God. Because they didn't talk about religion. They were talking about different God-men. But then I had a shock of my life when I grew up, and somewhere we got conditioned that Islam is a different religion, Christianity is a different religion, Hinduism is a different religion. Yeah, there was a very intimate feeling of myself. And I still believe. I can close my eyes and say, Allahu Akbar, and feel connected. I feel connected. If that is the case, yeah, I can consider I'm a perfect Muslim. I can consider myself as a perfect Muslim because Allah is the name of a God, and I have a complete faith in God. I believe in God. Going by the terminology of the beautiful book, the kafir is that person who does not believe in Allah. Kafir is not that person who doesn't believe in Islam. We must understand that. Similarly, when I see the religious fundamentalism, I feel people are missing the bus. People are missing the beautiful scriptures which were given to us to unite us to the God. They have taken us away from the God because we have not understood our books. We have not understood our religion. And I think it's high time we must understand our scriptures thoroughly and completely, knowing very well that all the religions are right. I have no conceit to say that mine is the only right religion. No, we must understand that. We must respect every religion and we must respect our religion too. So my feelings are that we must read our scriptures. That is your manual. We got stuck in our religion, in our religion, what is that? Religion, I'm not getting the word, in rituals. We got stuck in our rituals. Rituals are here for us to discipline us. Rituals are to discipline us. The way my morning taking bath and doing my prayer is a ritual which is to discipline me. Every ritual is to discipline you. Because our ancestors knew that man must be disciplined. So these rituals came into picture. But my life cannot be following rituals blindly. Whatever ritual I follow, do I understand why I'm doing it? What I'm doing it? My mother had a tough time because as a growing up child, I was not okay. I don't know who this God is. I always questioned my rituals. I never wanted to follow my rituals if I don't understand them. Yeah, we went to the temples because we got a good prasad and little picnic. That's all. How many times I went to Vaishno Devi, how many times I went to our Babewali temple in Jammu as a child. It was a fun, just a fun. And nothing I could feel when I go there. But now it's a different story altogether. No, because I understand what it means. I understand the concept of God in a very scientific, beautiful manner. So our journey is only towards that. We must read our books. We must question our books. Nothing in the book should be taken blindly, because we must remember these books are written by man. They're not written by God. They're not written by God what we think God of. They're written subtly by men. Even when we read our scripture, Ganapati did not write Mahabharata. Who wrote the Mahabharata?
Vyasa.
No. Vyasa?
Yes.
Vicky? Who wrote Mahabharata? Scripture says, Ganapati said, I will tell you non-stop and you must write it.
With his...
Ganapati did not write it. Vyasa wrote it. So we must understand all the scriptures are written by men. Vyasa was not one particular man. Vyasa was a series of people who wrote our scriptures. Anything which is written by men, there is a possibility it may not be perfect. What I am talking about is we must read our scriptures, read our books, but always question whether it suits my God-given intelligence or not. It's very important. I'm not talking about the other religions because that does not come into my premises. I'm talking about Sanatana Dharma. I'm talking about my Gita. I'm talking about Ramayana. I'm talking about Mahabharata. Now, I remember when I started reading Mahabharata, my mother said, no, you should not read Mahabharata. You should not keep Mahabharata in the home. I didn't understand why she's saying. See, there is some kind of a fear. If you keep a Mahabharata in the home, there will be a fighting in the home. Because the Mahabharata is talking about a Kauravas and Pandavas fighting. We were told about our religion in very small manners. We were not given the complete manual to us. And I thank God that my master came into my life of Preshacharya. He put me onto these beautiful books. And today my life is so beautiful because of my books. I call my books my gurus. There's so many gurus I have. 2 gurus I shared with you. And I want you to pick up these books and buy them. And possibly they will be available in the different languages. You can check it out. See, nobody was born Hindu. Nobody is born Muslim. Nobody is born Christian. Imagine if I was born in a nursing home. I'm not talking about my actual birth. I'm talking about today's birth. Suppose today I am born in a nursing home. And if the nursing homes are big, so many deliveries are happening. And after the child is born, child is taken for a wash and all that. And in India, I don't know what happened, but abroad, they give a tag to the child. After the child is delivered, child is washed, cleaned, and the tag is given to a child. And imagine if I am born and the nurse takes me for the cleaning, and before she puts a tag, she wants to have a cup of tea. She goes for a cup of tea, so I am on that cradle. And she was supposed to give me a tag of number 26, some process. And another nurse comes who has also delivered a baby. Because you can't recognize babies so easily. They are small babies. So she puts a wrong tag on me. She puts a tag 36 on me. So what happens? The nurse who actually delivered me, she had given a tag of 26, and another, she forgot to give a tag of 26. 26 tag went to another child, and 36 tag came to me. And then, will I ever know that I was, where was I born? I'm a Brahmin, and I was born in a Brahmin family. And then my tag was 36. It went to a Muslim family. I'm just telling you a story, but then sometime it can happen, it may happen. So I become a part of a Muslim family. So I'm taught Quran, I'm put in a madrasa, I'm giving that knowledge, and then there's a possibility, oh, my goosebumps don't leave me. I'm only telling you a story, how the things go out of control. I become Islam. Then probably I may join Al-Qaeda. Probably I may attack my own hometown. Probably I may kill my father. So, was I born Muslim or was I born a Brahmin Hindu? Yeah, story is very funny. It's only a story. You are conditioned by your growing up times. I lived in a home which spoke a certain culture, which spoke a certain values and certain way of life. We call it Hinduism. And as we grew up, a lot of conditionings came to us. Today, I want to regain that knowledge of a 4-year-old child that Allah is my God and Jesus is my God. And I believe in it. But I follow the growing up which I have got from my family. But not ignoring the others. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. I'm giving a one simile. Imagine you are going to climb a mountain. And mountains has a peak. Now, mountain can be reached from different directions, right? Right?
Yes, sir. Right, right.
Okay. Now, suppose I am moving from east and I am start climbing. What I will see around is something different. And somebody is coming from west. What he's seeing is something different. Isn't right?
Right, sir.
Yes, but when they reach the top of the mountain top, if they look around, what do they see? I'm asking a very simple question. When they reach on the top of the mountain, they can see all around themselves. What can they see?
You can see everything.
They can see everything. They can see the complete truth.
Mm.
No, I cannot say that I came from this direction. This is the right path. And you can't say I came from that side and that is the right path. My path of Sanatana Dharma may be totally different. Somebody's path of Islam may be totally different to my path. Somebody's path of Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, and Christianity may be totally different from my path. But problem is we have not reached that pinnacle yet. We have not reached that top. The day we reach that top, there's no fight. There's no conflict. There is no problem. What we see is oneness. We see only the truth. So let's not spend our energy, let's not waste our time on proving to the world that mine is right, yours is wrong. We are on the wrong path. So let's respect what path we have chosen. Let's respect the path which somebody else has chosen. The problem of the world is the scriptures are not understood truthfully. The scriptures have been diluted and polluted by the Maulvis, by the priests, and by the Pandits. I give you a small example of the book which I love the most. That is Gita. I don't know how many of you have read it. 700 shlokas. I've read it so many times. But there are certain shlokas which I feel cannot be said by Lord Krishna. It's not possible. It's not possible that Krishna can say it. I don't want to go deep into it, but then I was very open to my mind. No, we must do that. We should not accept things blindly. And somewhere, and I tell people, if Gita is misunderstood, the most beautiful scripture which I have read, if it is misunderstood, it can make person go crazy and mad. A simple example of Gita I'm giving you. Somewhere people go on quoting. Gita says desire is bad. Somewhere people quote. See, they only pick up one word, one line, and then go on talking about it. Somewhere somebody says, Lord Krishna in Gita says, desire is bad. You must abandon desire. Imagine if you don't understand the full context. And if you only pick up this one word, one sentence, the Lord Krishna says, desire is bad. Tell me, what will happen to your life? Now, can you live your life without a desire? Even to eat food, you must have desire. You want to live a healthy life, you need a desire. Just because somebody, our religious pundits, our religious Maulvis, and religious priests, they didn't want you to find a way directly to the God. They wanted to be middlemen. If you find a way directly to the God, then you don't need him. Then his shop is closed. It's a very dangerous sign. So he says, you want God? Come to me, I will show you the way, I will take you. So they put a lot of these kind of rituals and fears in us so that we cannot think clearly. Our scriptures, if they are not understood properly, we can become fundamental. We can become terrorists. Terrorist is not only that person who is having a gun and killing the innocent people. Every human being is a terrorist who can create a fear and terror within his family itself. If my child is terrorized because of me, I'm also a terrorist. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we must understand our manual because we have to understand how to live this life truthfully so that we can experience the causeless cause which is creating everything, including me. Human heart always have a desire. Chandra, you had a daughter, you have a daughter. You have
Yes,
a
sir.
daughter.
Yes, yes.
When that daughter was 6 months old, whose lap she was more comfortable?
Who? Sorry?
Whose lap she was very comfortable?
Mother.
Huh?
Mother.
Huh?
Mother.
Why? She was very comfortable in her mother's lap, not very comfortable in anybody else's lap. We must understand because your daughter came from your wife. Your daughter was a part of your wife. It's like a small want to be part of the whole. Any river which is flowing, where the river wants to go.
See.
Huh?
See, sir.
Why? Because the river came from the ocean. So there is always a deep desire inside you that you want to go from where you came. Whether you like it or not, this is your purpose and goal. Yes, sometimes the river may not reach the ocean very quickly and fast because somebody has created a dam. But river does not stop flowing. River continues to flow fills that dam, overflows that dam, and in no time and some time or one time reaches with the ocean. So where I want to go, where my journey must be, I must be in the lap of my Father. Whether you understand or whether you don't understand, that is our purpose. The very purpose of the part is to become a part of the whole. Is it clear? So today's satsang, I wanted to tell my friends satsangis that we must read our scriptures. There's a time we must understand what is written in the manual. Don't go blindly by what is said to you. God has given you a lot of buddhi, intelligence to know and understand the manual properly. I was talking about me, always a rebel. My brother and sister sitting in front of me, they will understand what I'm saying very clearly. When I was going to get married, as a groom, I'm supposed to sit on a horse. I asked my father, why should I sit on a horse? He said, I don't know. I asked my mother, she said, I don't know. I said, I will not sit. I will not sit on a horse if I don't know why I must sit on a horse. I understood very clearly this ritual was created when there was no mode of transportation than a horse. As simple as that. Those days, there was no car. It was only a horse. So you sit on a horse to go to another town, no. But when my father has a JKQ Trunjastara 5317, why I should not sit in the car and go? Yeah, I did that. But my father was very kind enough not to say anything more than that. He said, okay, it's your life, you do what you wish. The horse came along with me. I never sat on a horse. Horse came up to a temple, and nearby temple, we did a little prayer, and horse man was paid the money. His business was going on. So I sat in a car, go to Udhampur, where my in-laws stay, and one more horse was waiting there for me. Because I have to go to the girl's house also in a horse. I didn't sit on that horse also. So I always believe that I must question. I'm always a questioning mind. This is the least respect you must give it to God. Because the most intelligence, the maximum intelligence has been given only to man, to mean the human being. When I say man, it's not only a man, it's the humanity, the human beings. The most creative, most intelligent creation of God is the intelligence, and I must respect that intelligence. And that intelligence is for me to question. Never do something which your intelligence and your manasakshi does not want you to follow. Okay, so my satsang is over for the day. Today's satsang, the headline is right interpretation of religion. Right interpretation of religion. You must question your own religion. You must find what is right in that and honestly, sincerely follow that. Because next satsang, I'm going to go forward from here. We must understand the manual of my life is going to be my books. I'm not saying you shouldn't read any other book. I love reading so many books. It's only when I read Quran, I understand what Quran talks about. When I read Bible, I knew what Bible is talking about. So we must read our scriptures. If we have not started reading our scriptures, please start reading scriptures. Yes, all this, your stories are very nice. Stories are fine because man understands only the stories easily. But I want you to go beyond the stories and read your Vedas and your Upanishads. Start spending some time. I can't understand Sanskrit, so I'm reading English. So my brother can order for the Hindi. They're all available. I gave you 2 books. Please find these 2 books. In the recording, when you see, you will find the name. Read these books. Understand the manual so that it helps us lead, or it helps us how to operate this instrument called body, mind, and intellect. Please understand, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect, you are a machine, you are an instrument in the hands of God. My brother has a machine which does a wheel alignment. To operate that machine, my brother must understand how the machine works. And if I have to learn how honestly and truthfully I must use this machine, I must understand the manual how to operate this machine. And that manual is your scripture, your Vedas, your Upanishads, your Gita, your Ramayana. Read those scriptures, question them, don't take them blindly. I never take things blindly. Because you are the part of the God. I gave one simple example. I go to Marina Beach, take 1 drop of the ocean and taste it. Can I say the sea water will taste almost same if I go to France or America? Yes. Right?
Yes, sir. Right,
yes.
right.
My sea water is salty wherever I go. 1 drop of the water is no different from the ocean. It's same. So if I am the drop of the God, I must be God. I must be divine. I must be always celebrating, blissful, happy, truthful. But am I experiencing these feelings in me throughout my day? Yeah, that's where my master gave me a caption which says, be with God and you will be happy. Let me tell you, my friends and brothers and sisters, the moment you are not happy, rest assured, you are away from the God. God has gone away from you, or you have gone away from the God. The moment you are stressful and tension, moment you are worried, rest assured, take it from me in writing, you and God have separated. This is my understanding of scriptures. Simple, 2 into 2, 4. A person who has a complete faith in Krishna and God cannot experience uncomfortableness, cannot experience fear, cannot experience anything which is not divine. Watch yourself. Whenever there is thoughts of uncertainty, whenever there are thoughts of tension, worries, anxieties, loss and gain comes into your mind, rest assured you are away from the God. You have gone away from the God. Bring your attention in yourself and say, Om Namo Narayana. Bring your attention back to Narayana. And then you will understand how the life is. Life is so simple. I told you a few satsang backs, Chandra, living life is like breathing. Okay? So we have to work on these areas, that where I should retain peace of my mind. Wherever I am, whether it is ups and downs in my life, whether it is a gain and a loss, I'm telling what Krishna says in Gita. He says, man of wisdom is that man who is not very happy in happiness, who is not sad in sadness, who maintains his peace of equanimity and mind in all the situations in life. So what happens when times are good, when things are good, we go on celebrating, have a party, have a fun. But when bad times happen, life totally changes. That is not what Krishna is talking about. Krishna's beautiful message is that we must be the man of wisdom. Man of wisdom knows that this body is not mine, this mind is not mine, this intellect is not mine, they are my instruments. I am the Atman, which is part of the Paramatman. These are my instruments. Clear? So with this,
Yes,
I will end today's satsang. Thank you very much, my friends.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
If there are any queries, if there are any questions, whatever I uttered, I don't know. I say something which I feel I must say, and I don't say something which I don't follow. So I'm still a human being. I'm still on my path. I can also create blunders, but I want to be watchful of my thoughts and structures of my mind and intelligence. Okay, so if there are any doubts, any clarifications, we can have that small session. If I could answer it, I will say a few things. If I cannot, I will only smile and say, I don't know. Yes, friends.
No, it's clear.
Ajit, is there anything?
No, sir. It's so far clear.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I may sound not a right person because I speak very frankly. I speak very frankly. I speak what I feel is truthful to me. Yeah, yeah. So whatever I said, just follow that. Pick up your book. And we belong to a country and culture which is filled with so much of scriptures. Each part of the country is so rich with the culture and the heritage and the scriptures. You read your Tirukkural, it is absolutely fabulous. 2,000 Tirukkurals. And you belong to Kerala, you may have different scriptures written there also. So whichever language is okay with you, pick up that language, pick up those scriptures and start reading. Let's have a first-hand experience. Let's not borrow experience from somebody else. So I don't want to borrow my experience. I want you to find your own experiences and find your way. Somebody says, as many religions, so many paths. I say, as many people, so many paths. Every human being can find his own path. What is right to it? Yeah. Anju Penji, namaste. Anju Penji, namaste. Unmute. तुझे अपनी आवाज बंद रखी थी. Unmute कर लो अपने आप में. You unmute yourself. Yeah. अंजू बेन जी क्या हाल चाल है? आवाज नहीं आ रही. I'm talking to my sister. I'm talking to my sister in my own language called Dogri. अंजू बेन जी नमस्ते.
नमस्ते नमस्ते
ठीक ठाक हो? उमाजी पैरी पे. That's my mother. That's my mother for whom we went to Jammu to celebrate her 75th birthday. So when I told you guys that I'm going outstation, I didn't want to say I'm going to my hometown. Then my people will know I'm coming to my hometown. So I told I'm going outstation for a work. So we had gone on 9th of September. We were celebrating my brother who's sitting there, Vinay. He and my mother's 75th birthday. And it was a great surprise to her. It was a wonderful time we had, wonderful time. Those times are very precious, even though very hectic for me, but then it was good. Anybody else? Any clarifications needed? Ravi, is there anything else you want to say? All good?
All good.
So, okay then, let's say bye, take care, God bless you, be happy, be with God, and you will be happy. And the moment you are not happy, rest assured, you and God are divorced. You can divorce the whole world, does not matter, but don't divorce the God.
We'll stay married with God.
Oh, yes. Hey, be the Radhe, and then have a Krishna, and then life is so beautiful, so complete. Krishna will never leave you. Yeah, Krishna will never leave you. Okay, with these thoughts, let's have a wonderful life, wonderful experiences. I pray for your good life. I pray for your love. I pray for your celebrations. I pray that you live a beautiful, complete life with Krishna, life with your God, life with your real Father. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Buzz. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
God bless you too.